My name's Chris Sand. Yes. Who's from Canada here? All right. Welcome. I was born there. I lived there about a week, and then long story. Well, I had two songs prepared, but it sounds like I may do two more than that, or something like that. All right. Here's one called, I was on tour early this year, and I went down to the South Country. And when I was in Arkansas, to avoid having to buy a hotel, I squatted in this spooky house. It was like 1 in the morning, and I just found my way in there. And that song, or that experience inspired the song. It's called Bad Signs. There's bird shit on the bed sheets, that's a bad sign. There's bird shit on the bed sheets, that's a bad sign. There's a knife in the wall, coated in rust, pornographic DVDs covered in dust, plus bird shit on the bed sheets, that's a bad sign. There's a horse head in the backyard, that's a bad sign, that's a bad sign. Horse head in the backyard, that's a bad sign. There's a Donald Trump sign on the door, junk mail scattered all over the floor, and a horse head in the backyard, that's a bad sign. There's a dead man in the bathtub, that's a bad sign, that's a bad sign. Dead man in the bathtub, that's a bad sign. Somebody done got strangulated, his blood turned black and coagulated. Dead man in the bathtub, that's a bad sign. Bad signs. I went on that tour expressly to get the pulse of the United States, trying to figure out what's going to happen. Check. Can you hear the guitar with the vocals like that okay? Yeah. Okay. Here's what I wrote this week. I guess I'll call it the Great Putin Blues. Can anyone deny that Putin is a very virile man? I saw an image of him riding a horse with shirtless. And Donald Trump was behind him, shirtless also with the same body. It was a clever Photoshop thing. And I just thought, that really humanizes Donald Trump. Like, he loves somebody. And so do I. I channel Woody Guthrie on this. Putin's got a better body than me. Putin's got a better body than me. Putin's got a better body. I'm an old 40s a Maserati. Putin's got a better body than me. Putin's got a higher IQ than me. Putin's got a higher IQ than me. Putin's got a higher IQ than me and you. Putin's got a higher IQ than me. Putin, oh Pooh, great Putin. That's the refrain, I guess you can sing along with. Well, I got the great Putin blues. I got the great Putin blues. Love Putin or hate Putin, can't deny he's the great Putin. I got the great Putin blues. Putin's got a prettier wife than me. Putin's got a prettier wife than me. Putin's got the prettiest wife, prettiest one I've seen in my life. Putin's got a prettier wife than me. Oh Putin, oh Putin, great Putin. Well, Putin makes a lot more money than me. Putin makes a lot more money than me. Putin's got a lot more cash, every day's his birthday bash. Putin's got a lot more money than me. Everybody, Putin, oh Putin, great Putin. The Putin blues. I got the great Putin blues. I got the great Putin blues. Love Putin or hate Putin, can't deny he's the great Putin. I got the great Putin blues. Yeah, I got the great Putin blues. Here's the great Putin blues. Well, I like that movie I just saw about the Fringe Fest. 12 years ago I was in just kind of by accident, I was in the Minneapolis Fringe Fest. I was going on tour and I heard about it, and I was able to get like 7 shows in a row just in Minneapolis, so I went for it and I wrote this hip opera called A Year in the Life of Slippery Good Stuff about a guy who loses his memory due to a divorce. And he reinvents himself as a rapping porn star. Anyway, somehow out of 175 acts or whatnot, they used an image that I sent for publicity. They used my image on the front cover of that week's Minneapolis, whatever it's called, Tribune, the weekly. And all of a sudden I felt this high expectation that, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing. I had a hip hop band with me. And anyway, we did our best. We hadn't even really learned the play yet. And the first night we did this little thing where it was just for the judges to kind of get a taste of what you're like. And again, it accidentally turned into this amazing thing where I was wearing a leopard skin thong with fringes, and inside the thong was a rubber ball that bounced, so when it hit the ground it would light up with pink lights and flash. And I taped it in there to kind of give myself more bulk. And the goal was that, long story, but somehow trying to get that thing out of I was going to take it out and show that it wasn't really me. But the tape really stuck to the thong, and somehow I had to take the whole thong off, and I was just buck naked in the spotlight. And the judges really loved it. I mean, all the critics or whatever, and they wrote this great review, like, you all got to check out A Year in the Life of Slippery Good Stuff, which was my play. Well, so I had all this press, but then it wasn't that great a show, and it got really panned, and they said it was probably going to be the worst of Fest. But we did our best, and then we ended up winning Spirit of Fringe, even though it was probably the worst of Fest also, but we have put a lot of spirit in it. Maybe I will do a rap, but right now I'll do another kind of country song. I used to drive semi for 5 years, and I drove with a guy named Sean Goodall, but I called him Bull. Here's a song for him. Real hard ass. Well, his dad's name's Butch, and his brother's name's Buck, and his best friend's name's Big Jim. And they're all big men, but the one in the pen is bigger than all of them. I swear he's a bull. He's a bull. He got horns on the sides of his skull. There's a hump in his back, and his big nutsack just real low. Whoa, whoa. Well, he don't like unions and he don't like feds. If you slack on your job, old boy sees red. He's a bull. He's a bull. He's a beast when he bellers and bucks. He's got a Kenworth body and a Freightliner face and a fist like a Big Mac truck. God damn it, he's a bull. Like I said, he got horns on the sides of his head. There's a hump in his back, and he's prone to attack when the moon is full. Whoa, whoa. Hell! We got raccoons sleeping on the interstate. We got fence posts underwater. When the big bull comes, unleash your sons and lock up all your daughters. Why? 'Cause he's a bull. Big bull. He got horns on the sides of his skull. He'll smell her like a bull, then bell her like a bull. Better tell her that her feller ain't a man. He's a what? He's a My God, smells like a brangus, hair from his chin to his Angus. He's a bull, he's a devil, hoof right, pedal to the metal, come on. Well, you got your bull whale, and you got your bull dog, and you got your bull moose, and you got your bull frog, and you got your bull elk, and you got your bull snake. Where there's no such thing as a bull milkshake, he's a bull. Not a cow, he's a bull. Easy now, he's a bull. Well, he does what he's got with his fury and force, and he won't be hurried by a man on a horse. His back is strong, but his brain is dull. He's a 2-ton terminal Simmental bull. He's a sire. Yes, sir, he's a bull, and he's proud of the load that he pulls. There's mud in his crack, and his big nutsack just hangs real low. Whoa, whoa. Oh! Nice job, man. Nice flourish. I've never worn this hat at this show, but I like it. It started falling off my head. So what do you think? One more, Michelle? Joe?
Yeah. Do it, please.
Two, okay, all right. Let's see. Well, so I got divorced last year, and to keep my mind off the divorce, I decided to run a Kickstarter campaign for $25,000. I thought, you know, if I do something that's very rigorous and creative, I wouldn't have to think about it. And it took me a full year really to kind of get everything lined up, and I bought all my awards ahead of time. I spent about $10,000 just because I wanted the perfect Kickstarter that really couldn't fail. And I went into debt. I went into big debt, took out multiple loans. And it just ended last week, and and it failed miserably. I made less than half what I wanted, and so I didn't get to keep any of it, which sent me into an even bigger depression because I hadn't thought about the divorce. So all of a sudden, I had to start thinking about the divorce again because this was kind of keeping that at bay. And then I had to realize that I just screwed myself financially. So it's been a hard week. I think there should be a support group for like Kickstarters that don't work. So I finally came out of it today, I think. Thank you. Anyway, here's a story about, it's called Ceremonial Offering, off-ring. And it's about my three wives. And these are all true stories about each wife over the last 20 years, 24 years now, that I've been marrying people. The very first woman who I did marry was African American, and she was very beautiful, humble, patient, and true. They say opposites attract, because in fact they do. I was a dumbass punk back then, wicked heart. She was a good woman, good and so smart. See, I was only 19, she was 26, but man, how we loved to hold hands and lock lips. Nothing kinky. She was devout. I put a ring on her finger, yeah, but it didn't pan out. A ceremonial offering. I was too young. I think she found me exhausting. Plus, I was a heathen. She was into her God thing. First ceremonial offering, strike. My second wife had eyes like wasabi, hot little body. Met her in the lobby of a delicatessen. She was Jewish and proud. She'd always interrupt me, so I learned to be loud. We fell in love, got married, moved into a fine house. She felt trapped though and snapped like Amy Winehouse. I spent some nights in the pine boughs like Kurt Cobain. Screwed around, started smoking that burnt cocaine. When I returned home, I got kicked out. My own spouse evicted me from my own house. And that was that. I went from fat cat to lone mouse. Packed my bags and dragged my ass to my mom's house. Ooh, ceremonial offering. I took my gold band to the pawn king and pawned it. I cracked up and I guess it ended up costing me my second ceremonial offering, strike. Here's the deal, y'all. 3 strikes you're out. Or is it third time's a charm? Or is it 3's a crowd? Once bitten, twice shy, twice bitten, nice guy. I was staring down the barrel of a called third strike. Damn. It's like the game was tied. 2 outs. Full count. 9th inning. Oh my, strike. 3, what can I say? I met her in a junk shop on Capitol Way. She was digging through a drawer labeled lingerie while the radio played Raspberry Beret. She was elegant and cool, like Kate Blanchett, but with a punk attitude and tattoos on her neck. I said, nice to meet you. I'm Prince Johnny Rotten. She said, yeah, right. I'm Cinderella Bin Laden. And then she blushed. Like rose petals and apples. It didn't take much to get us walking to the chapel for the honeymoon. We drove to Old Faithful. I fell into a geyser. The burn was painful. Ow, ceremonial. Offering. The ring slipped off, plop, dropped it in the hot spring. Didn't stop us though from popping out offspring. 3rd ceremonial offering. You don't stop. Keep loving them, saying, man, keep loving them. I keep loving them, saying, man, keep loving them. I keep loving them, saying, man, keep loving them. Keep loving them, don't you stop loving them. Oh gosh, for my final song, what shall it be? Any subjects anybody wants to know about? I got a body of work.
I like that one you go.
Okay, alright. Can any of you guys beatbox?
For us, so popular.
You can actually. Well, thanks, Michelle, for inviting me to this, and Joe for helping out and coming all the way to Missoula. Luke? Good job. Welcome. Yeah, I'm driving to Seattle tonight. I'm drinking bubble tea from Isa. Green tea, it's caffeinated. This song's called Persian Den of Sin. It's based on a Shakespearean sonnet. My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun, and from her head black wires grow. It's not a flattering portrait Shakespeare paints, but he says at the end, you know, that still this person is the most beautiful love of his life. And this was about someone like that, but she wasn't unattractive, she just had a messy room, so here we go. I'll just do a little acapella and then I'll point to you to kick in with the drums. I got so many raps in my, okay, let's hear it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna speak the truth, but I don't mean malice. When I say my lover's bedroom is nothing like a palace. I'm gonna say it straight, cause you know I never lie. My lover's bedroom is more like a pigsty. She's got banana peels strewn across her floor, yeah. She's got tarantulas in her dresser drawer, yeah. She's got a skunk living underneath her bed. Her fishbowl stinks cause the fish are all dead. You might look around, you might get frantic. The best you might say is, it's very unromantic. But when we're alone and the lights get dim, her room turns into a Persian den of sin. Whoa, ha ha ha. Whoa, ha ha ha. Just the other day, oh. Yeah. My lover's got style, my lover's got grace, but the car that she drives will never win a race. It's got 4 tires, but 3 of them are flat, and the other one is so bald, it wears a hat. Her windshield's cracked from a deer that she killed. Her car seats are stained from some beer that she spilled. Her radiator leaks, her drive shaft creaks, her blinkers don't blink, and her fan bell squeaks. It's a shame, the way her pistons misfire, but to me, her street car fills me with desire. When we're stuck in the mud, and the wheels just spin, her car turns into a Persian den of sin. Whoa, ha, ha, ha. Whoa, ha, ha, ha. Whoa, ha, ha, ha. Whoa, 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 whoa. Check it out. Yeah. Herbie Hancock. Funky. Hail people. Oh. Coming up next. Just the other day, my lover's car broke down. We were late for a date on the west side of town, so we hopped on a bike and took off fast. But the weight of our bodies caused the bicycle to crash. The axle had broken, the frame had gotten mangled, the bike fell apart, and our bodies lay tangled in a pile. in the middle of the street. Somehow the chain had got twisted around her feet. Well, I was on the bottom, she was up above. It was the right time, right place for making love. You might say it's just a one-speed Schwinn, but to me, her bike is a perfect 10, yeah. You might say it's just a rusty old Schwinn, but to me, her bike is a Persian den of sin. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Ooh, 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 ooh. Fringe Fest.
Hi, I'm Joe Dvorak. Don't get me dancing, that would be good. So I'm from Canada, Vancouver, and one of the really cool things we have there is marijuana. I guess you've heard of that. And it's a weird marijuana, it's like prescription marijuana. And I don't smoke pot. I don't like it. It makes my brain work. That's not good. I like to be dumbed down a little bit. So I don't smoke pot, but I have a friend that does. And my favorite thing about having them go to get a prescription and being like, no, you should smoke some more pot. I'm so much funnier when you're stoned. So they go to get a prescription, and it really works, right? I love a stoned crowd. They go get the prescription and walk into like the doctor's office because they have to have a doctor on site. There's literally 7 clinics on my street where you can get marijuana prescriptions. It's amazing. So they walk into this room, it's the doctor's office, and there's not a doctor there, it's a freaking iPad, and it just says click the screen. You click the screen and then it goes into this doctor who's probably on a beach in Bali, a little backdrop of an office. Do you ever have back pain or feel sad? Yeah, I do. Okay, done. Here's a prescription. They, fill it out, go up to the front. It's the only prescription you can get that's unlimited for a copious amount. Like, it never expires. He can get as much as he wants, and the selection's ridiculous. But I just love watching my friends get stoned and making them laugh. So it's great for me. It's worked out really well. I kind of wish I smoked pot. You guys do have pot here? Yes. But it's not legal at all?
Medical marijuana is legal.
Okay, medical marijuana is legal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get an iPad with a doctor if you?
No.
Yeah, I know. No, but you just talk on the iPad to the doctor. It's the weirdest thing.
So, are we gonna talk about doctors? Because we can talk about doctors and medical marijuana.
Does it cost money in America to talk about doctors? Or just to talk to a doctor. Thank you. Yeah.
This is not supposed to be a political speech, but
It was not a political
we
speech.
can
No,
talk.
it's probably political.
We're on the front line, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Front
not
line,
war.
front line.
We need to fight it, and the platform is called Fringe, because anything is possible. You can say whatever you want. It's
Whatever you
non-juried,
want.
uncensored. Do it. That's
That was beautiful. I loved
Okay,
it.
so we're gonna go into the
The
sponsors. So
sponsors.
that we can move on and invite our Evan Smith.
Evan Smith is up next.
Yes, okay.
Technical director.
Let's talk about our sponsors.
Let's talk about our sponsors. Let me read them.
Oh, good.
I've got Exit 360 Creative.
That's my husband. And you met him through that whole process.
Yeah, I met him actually in business school. I have an entrepreneur. That's sad. That's what Canada's bringing you guys right now. We got Trail 100.3. I'm assuming that's FM. We've got Find. We've got KBGA. Not sure what that is. KBGA. Holy shit, dyslexia works so well for me. Thank you. I don't know what that is, but it looks good. And we've got Internet Connect. And special thanks to the Independent Story Keepers. And I can't pronounce that first one because I can't see the font.
Cynical and Jaded. Of course you can't read that.
Can't read that.
Cynical and Jaded.
And Jaded, software entrepreneurs. And special thanks to Art House, Galactic Farms, Kettle House, MCAT, MCAT, or MCAT, and Big Dipper Ice Cream. We went there today, quite good, quite good. Lewis and Clark, Trail Adventures, Betty's Divine,
Absolutely.
Learn Inc.,
Yes.
Miscellanean, and Silk Road. And Silk Road. because we do have Evan Smith coming up. We have other snippets and other great shows that are happening during the Fringe Festival this week. And behind us, Pale People, we have a show coming up right after, so stay here. And yeah, we'll pass on the stage to Mr. Evan.
I'm introducing Evan. It's my job. Hi, Evan. Thank you for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Joe Dvorak, okay, and Chris Stand, and Pale People. And now I get to introduce you to Evan Smith. Evan comes to us from where?
Missoula.
Missoula, ladies and gentlemen, a local boy. How old are you, Evan?
I am 17.
17. Isn't that lovely? And how do you self-describe yourself?
Young. That's a good one. Native. Blind. Without the glasses. Tall.
Tall's my favorite entrance.
Did you hear that? Tall is favorite ethnicity for Mac. Just hang out with him and he'll tell you everything. So, and you have some stuff to share with us tonight, Evan? Okay, thank you, Evan. And Evan's opening up for Gingers on Ice this weekend, Friday and Saturday evening. Will you please tell us about that too when you're done or before? I don't know. Thank you so much for being here, Evan. This is yours.
All right. So, what does the Vietnam veteran say when he eats? Nom, 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 nom. Yeah, that's all I have for tonight. So, how many people here are from Missoula? Anyone not from Missoula?
Currently living.
Nice. I hope you like it. As you may find, it's quite small. Give you a quick example. It's not quick, but one time I was walking home one night, and it was just really late. I was walking, and the whole day I had to pee, but I never got the chance to. So I was walking. I really had to pee. And it got to the point where I was doing the pee walk, you know, like you start going really quick, just kind of doing a little pee dance. And I couldn't hold, I told myself, you can make it, Evan, you can do it. But it got to the point where I couldn't hold it in anymore. And so I got to the walkway bridge by the train tracks. And I saw a nice little bush. Like, that'll do. And so I started going for it. But then I look at that walkway bridge, and I see people going up. And I just screw it, you know. They won't care, I don't care, let's do it. So I did the deed, it's done. I look back up, and they're still there, but they're looking at me. And I start freaking out, and I just slowly back away, and they just get out of their line of sight. And so I thought, I have one of two choices here. I can, A, keep going that way, and be humiliated by them, or B, take the long-ass way to my house. You know, I said, no, you know what, Evan? We gotta start being more confident. We gotta put ourselves out there. You know, confidence is key. Yeah. So, I forced myself up. I was going up. I put my headphones in. I just look straight ahead. I'm not gonna be fazed by anything. It's easy. So I'm going. And then the two people, they're sitting down, and I'm just not looking. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna pass them. It's gonna be easy. I'll forget about this. So right as I'm passing them, one of them shouts my name, Evan! And I died a little in that second. And I just put on my fakest smile I ever could, and I turned, and it was someone I knew, and she's a very pretty lady, so already I'm kind of freaking out here. And she's with some guy, and I don't know, he's not really that important, but we start kind of talking, I'm like inching my way, trying to get away from them. But then the guy, he says, hey, did you come from over there? And he points to the direction where I peed. And I freaked out and I said, I don't know. I don't think so. No. And I guess that worked. He's like, I came from over there. And yeah, because we saw a guy pee over there. And I just, started freaking out even more. Just the sweat came down. And everything was quick. It's gotta get out of here now. Get out of here. They started trying to make small talk. You like Game of Thrones? No, not big. What's Game of Thrones? I gotta go. And so I made my way out, and that is how small Missoula is. People recognize you for being. Yeah. So it did kind of appear that I was peeved. Actually, I don't have many peeves or whatever, but there is one thing that I just hate, and it just under my skin all the time, and that is quirky people. Or people trying to be quirky, you know? It's like, one time me and my friend were gonna go to a coffee shop, and we were gonna get a pave, and I love pave, so I was pretty psyched. That's all I wanted, was the pave. We're walking. We bumped into one of our friends, and I don't know the guy, and he just kind of forces himself with us, like he just got some glue on him, and he's stuck with us. And I was like, okay, whatever, I just want the pave. So we're going. Get to the coffee shop, I get the pave, I'm loving it. He gets a tea, and it comes with a straw. And the straw is going to play an important role later. And so, get the pave, I'm loving it, it's great. He finishes his tea, and we're sitting there, and he takes his straw, and he gets up from his seat, leans across the table, and sticks it straight into my pave. Then he sits back down. And the face I had there was, I could never do it again. It was full of anger, disgust, and hate, and resentment. It's all in just one facial emotion. I don't know how I could do it again. And about a minute or two, he goes by, and he says, I was trying to be quirky. Here's some other examples of this guy trying to be quirky. Every time we would cross the street, he would look at the cards and say, please hit me. And it got to the point where, yes, hit him, or me, anyone. Just please, hit somebody. Also, he likes to use animals as compliments. Like, one time, on a Facebook photo of me, he commented, what a glorious animal. I don't like you, so you cannot call me an animal, sir. And one time, he called my friend a goat. My friend's like, yeah, I don't like being called a goat. No one would. And he says, well, goats are majestical beasts to me. So, I think great white sharks are the most raddest thing in the world. You don't see me going around calling people, hey, you're a great white. Unless I think they're a great white person, which is very rare. Yeah, I'm in that moment of my life right now where I am finding the smallest of accomplishments in the tiniest of things. Like the tiniest things actually will give me like the biggest accomplishments. Like, you know, like I'll catch a fly with my hand, and I'll just feel like a master karate master. I'll just feel so empowered. Or like, my favorite is I'll be listening to my music on shuffle. I'll be thinking, it'd be really cool right now if this song played. And then that song plays, and it just blows my mind. It makes the song 500 times better. And I always do this dumb little dance where that happens. I'm just like, Like no one else gets it. Like when they see do my dance, like, I think I'm a stupid kid.
I will now.
Thank you. Another thing I like to do is, another accomplishment I get is like when I successfully make eye contact with somebody. You know, like through the whole conversation, because you know, like, I like to show that I'm interested, even though I might not be interested. Because, you know, shows them that I care. But what my favorite thing to do is though is like when the teacher, like a teacher's lecturing or whatever, and just looking at the students, and the teacher makes eye contact with me. Like you really get into it. I'm like, yeah, I totally get what you're saying. It's like I'm trying to like assert my dominance or something. I don't know. I never know why I just do it. Like I'm just really concentrating, just looking at the teacher. And I do it all the time. Like the lesson always flies over my head. But yeah, as Michelle pointed out in the beginning, or these two people, that I am Native American. It's very nice. Although my school system, what they do is every year I graduate. I get a little piece of paper, and it's laminated. And it says, "Congratulations, Evan Smith." They put feathers around my name. Show I'm native. I get this every year, so I just have a box full of laminated papers saying Evan Smith. And they just put feathers right next to it. Every Native American kid gets this, and I don't know why. It signifies nothing. It's actually kind of racist. Oh, congratulations, you're Native and you did it. That's the kind of turn I get. But, you know, it happens. You're accidentally racist. I remember one time in my biology class, it's the beginning of the year. We're trying to learn everyone's name. You know, it's crazy. It's hectic. Too many kids. And he's a red-dye Indian kid from India. And I don't know how, but I just think his name is Raj. He's Raj. That is Raj. So like half the year, I'm calling him, "What's up, Raj?" He's like, "Haha, funny, Evan. Thanks, I try." And so I'm just calling him Raj for half the year. But one time, in biology class, I yell Raj in class. "Yeah, what's up, Raj?" The teacher hears this. He flips out. He comes up to me, just really gives like a death stare, like makes intense eye contact, which I cannot do yet. He's like, "Hey, that is not his name. You respect him by his real name." I'm just, what is, his name is Raj. I don't know what you want from me. I come to find out, the kid's name is Neil. The widest name you could ever get, besides Evan Smith, you could ever get for a brown kid. And that Raj was some other kid. He was from Brazil, I think. And he was in our class for like a day. He just disappeared. Just to like mess with me for some reason. But it's tough kind of being Native, you know, because there's not really good media portrayals of Natives. Like I say Native, first thing that probably pops up in your mind is Dances with the Wolves, smoke signals. And that's good. That's like the good. Like bad, Pocahontas. But like, I can't stop thinking Pocahontas right now. My uncle used to call her Poca-Hot Tits. That's all we really have left. Is our humor. And now I just can't stop thinking Pocahontas. Trying to get to my next joke. Pocahontas. Well, okay, here's a new joke. Courtesy of one of my good friends. Why is the left boob always smaller than the other boob on the lady? And we came up with a theory. Is that when the heart breaks, it splits, you know? And so that's how you get the tri-boob. The trifecta of boobs. And that's how they got the lady for Total Recall. Yeah. Is that too old? Am I too young for that?
You're all good.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you gave me respect. All right, well, that's all I have for now. If you want to see the rest or this again, come to the Gingers on Ice show, which is tomorrow at 10 p.m. and Saturday at 11 p.m. Thank you.
Evan Smith, everyone. Thank you. Give it up for Evan Smith. He's our tech guy. He's running our tech, and he's like winging it with us, which is really cool because I have no idea what I'm doing. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
Always.
Tell me what you're doing.
I don't know, but my boobs are totally even. I don't know what he's talking about.
He talked about boobs.
You missed that. It was brilliant. He's saying that women's left boobs are smaller. Also, I've had a boob job. Yeah, I had a reduction. Yeah, and then God got mad and he's like, they're back.
Already?
No, I had the reduction a long time ago. Yeah. No, they grew back. Yeah.
You had a reduction, then they grew
I had the reduction, and then my boobs grew back.
already.
You know, honestly, a lot of me grew back. I was pretty thin. And then I ate myself, and then I grew. Making that, but everything grew, so it's not like, I'm okay, I like my boobs. Maybe next time we go hiking, there'll be a different wardrobe malfunction. Yes, I have to watch out. I think your husband's here now. He's gonna be making fun of us.
No idea what we're talking about.
No idea. He missed out. You guys didn't.
Canadian
You don't
is
know.
telling stories. Big stories.
No, she was the one that started it. So what's happening now? Tell me, I'm excited.
Right? Okay. What's next?
Yes, who's next?
Okay, so next is Cody Howell. Cody, are you here? Cody Howell. Everyone give it up, ladies and gentlemen. From Bozeman, Montana, we have Cody Howell. Thank you so much for joining us, Cody.
I dance when I get scared. Just a nervous tick. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for coming out to Fringe Fest. So as you heard, my name is Cody Howell. I used to work at a hotel, and I would always answer the phone with a standard greeting. Hi, my name is Cody Howell. Thank you for calling Comfort Suites. How can I help you? And for some reason, no one could get my name right. Mainly old people. I'm so sorry if I'm calling you out. It just doesn't seem like you guys can get things over the phone. And so I would answer the phone. Hi, my name's Cody Howell. Thank you for calling the Comfort Suites. How may I help you? And they would be like, Corey? No, it's Cody. How may I help you? Toby? No, it's Cody. How may I help you? Carlo? Yes, this is Carlo. How may I help you? But no, actually, so I worked a lot of really odd jobs, and I really enjoyed all of them. I finally got my first real adult job. I don't wear an apron anymore, which is fun. But it's non-profit, so it's kind of like not having a real job at all. I don't make shit. But I love what I do, and that's important. But I love the process of interviewing for jobs. I feel like Interview Cody is who I want to be when I grow up. He's really smart, he dresses really nice, he's very personable. I think that's who I want to be when I grow up. I want to be Interview Cody. So, when was the last time any of you guys heard a Bare Naked Ladies song?
Yesterday.
For me, it's been a week ago. If you laughed at that, and if you didn't laugh at that, turn to somebody who did, and they'll explain the 90s to you. So who's political here? I really enjoyed this political season. It's been really weird for me. My favorite thing about this whole thing was Melania Trump plagiarizing a speech that Michelle Obama had done previously. And I thought it was a beautiful speech. I thought it was flawless, it was beautiful. And I couldn't tell the difference between the two up until the point where Melania mentioned being a strong black female in the White House raising 2 black daughters. And even then I was kind of like, okay. But you know what, in my opinion, she made that speech great again. So I'm 24, which is kind of like a real adult age. I feel like at 24, you should have some semblance of your shit pulled together. You should have strong opinions on things like politics, right? Or you should know how to do your taxes. That's what my dad keeps telling me. I'm just kidding, I don't have a dad. No, that's a joke, I do have a father, he just doesn't love me. Oh, no, I'm joking. I made that up to feel sad about myself. No, I do have a really nice family and everything, and I grew up normal, don't worry. But no, so I think at like 24, I think the hardest part is not having a Taylor Swift song to tell me how to feel anymore. At 22, I knew exactly how to feel. At 24, it's just like I'm hoping Hoobastank comes out with a song to tell me how I feel. I don't even know if they're a band anymore, but 24 is a real adult age, but it's really hard because a lot of people are growing up, they're moving away. It's harder to make friends. So I feel like I'm getting to this age where I have to start like joining an adult soccer league to make friends, and honestly, that's not who I am. Like, fuck that. Because I got winded dancing up here. Like joining a book club? No, fuck that. That's just not who I am. So I'm a little bit gay. I don't know, is anyone here a little bit gay? Woo! Okay, a little bit gay, awesome. Me too, same. So I think it's really funny because I'm not heterophobic. I just don't like I don't think they should get married. I don't think they should have the same rights as us. I don't think that, what they do is okay. They should be kept behind a door. But I'm not heterophobic. I have straight friends. And I love them to death. I just hate everything about them. But no, I think what's really weird is that straight people always want to ask you about things that they could easily Google. They just don't want to taint their search engine. But it's like they'll meet me at parties like, oh, is it weird if I ask you something? But what's it like to have a penis in you? I'm like, why would you ask me that? Yeah, we met 2 minutes ago. So it's really awkward. And they always do this thing where they're like, is he, gay? And I'm like, that's really offensive. I broke my wrist in college giving a handjob to my TA. So you can't do that. And it's like, honestly, I don't do that with straight people. I don't do is he, straight? That's not how it works. I assume everyone is straight. It's straight until proven guilty. But I think that it's really strange, and everybody's always like, how did you know that you were gay? And I think I trace it back to 5th grade when we were doing the puberty talk. We got handed these little pamphlets with the diagram of what was going on down there. And all the guys were like, Cody, let's go steal the girls' one and then see what's up with that. I was like, no, I'm good. If you don't want to use yours, I'll take that. Because I knew back then, I was like, I know what's up. I'm down with that. I was also one of those weird, I grew up gay before it was we had the internet, so I had to hoard JCPenney's catalogs under my pillow. I had the Christmas catalog, just the underwear section, just ripped out. That's what it was like before the internet, so I'm really happy for everyone who's found all of that after. But everyone, I don't know, who here knows what Grindr is? Okay, that's a lot of people to know what that is. So it's a gay dating app, but they break you up by what's called your tribe. So it's you break them down into types of gay men. So you have what's called a twink, which is a young, hairless man who didn't call me back. You have bears, which are older, hairier men. You have daddies. Otters are just a sad version of a bear. And then you have daddies who are older men who won't stop calling me. And I wish they wouldn't. But I started doing online dating, not because I need to broaden my horizons, but because I have a terrible personality. So that's it. Who here is online dating? Oh, you're all liars. I wish you'd be honest with me. I'm being honest with you. Black people meet? Yeah? Okay, fair enough. I'm on all of them. The most expensive one, because I'm trying to find my one true love, and I know that you can buy your way into that. But no, so who here has Tinder? Okay, thank you for that. So Tinder, essentially, if you don't know what this is, I performed this joke to an older crowd, and he's like, what's Tinder? I was like, it's just disappointment. But no, it's a dating app where you swipe left or right while you're just sitting on the toilet hoping to find your match in love. But so I recently learned Tinder is not actually an app for firewood, but I did find a lot of wood, so it really worked out in the end. But I'm going to give you guys some dating tips, because obviously I'm an expert. My first dating tip is, online dating, never use your best picture. Hear me out on this. So imagine that you are in the looks department, you're an 8. None of you are, but stretch your imagination here. So imagine that you're an 8. Now, if you use a 4.5 photo, and you show up to that date, you've already razzled and dazzled them, and you've earned the steak dinner. Or just do what I do and use your mugshot. My second date tip is just be yourself. I think that's really important, is just to be yourself, be an honest person. But before you do that, check with yourself and make sure that you are a good person. Because if you aren't, disregard what I just told you and change everything about you. Start from scratch, build yourself up. If you can be Beyonce, be Beyonce. My third and final tip for you guys, I think, is really important. Don't apologize on a first date. Because I used to do this all the time. I used to be like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry about my place. I'm sorry about my body type. Because I'm what they call skinny fat. On the outside, all of this looks okay, but on the inside, it's 155 pounds of beer, pizza, and guacamole. so it's not great. I'm also at this age where all of my friends are getting married and having babies. And this was not the case a few years ago. The same girls that are now having children are having them on purpose this time. But they used to be, they'd come up to me and they'd be like, oh my God, Cody, I'm pregnant, what do I do? And I was like, I don't know, I'm really bad at this. Wait 4 months and then trip down a flight of stairs? That joke isn't for everyone, but neither are kids, so let that sink in. But no, they're getting married and they're having kids and they keep saying this one phrase. They're saying, we're really trying for a baby. We're trying for a kid. And that is the most braggy, gross statement. Because essentially, when you break that down, they are telling you that we're having a lot of scheduled sex. And you know what? That's such a different thing. Like, I can't go up to somebody and say, hi, I'm Cody, I'm having a lot of random sex. That's not okay. And people will ask them, they'll be like, are you guys trying for a child? Are you guys trying? When's the baby due? And it's like, no one's asking me if I'm fucking. No one's asking me if I'm having a lot of unprotected sex. I'm not, but I'd like to be asked once in a while. If you haven't guessed, I just think it's gross. I do. I think it's kind of braggy and it's kind of gross. But I'm gonna let them have that because it stops being okay after a while because you know what, once you start having kids, they can no longer say, you know, we're trying to have a baby. It becomes, we're just trying to squeeze it into each other for like a good 5 minutes. And I'm like, that's fine, you have that. If you couldn't tell, I don't like kids. I think they're overrated, I think they're stupid, and everyone's so into their own kid. And honestly, I think that I'm the only one, I've deserved to be the only one who cries when I'm hungry or I shit my pants. Or get fussy when I don't get enough attention, and that's always. So I don't need that kind of competition in my life. And honestly, it's one of those things where they keep, yelling at you. And they're like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm like, yeah, me too, bitch. Also, you haven't paid rent in 3 months, so maybe make that work for me. It just doesn't work for me. I don't like kids. I think everyone's way too into their own kids. And I just hate kids. I think they're so stupid. But I'm really glad to be here in Missoula. It's the Portland of Montana. Or that's what some white kid with dreads told me outside of the Badlander last night, but he was in a blackout, so I could be wrong. But I love it here. Everyone here is so healthy. They keep telling me like, oh, you should, eat, gluten-free, non-GMOs, UTI. And it's like, I'm like, okay, that sounds really great, but I'm broke. Like, unless somebody's locally sourcing their top ramen, that's not gonna happen. And I'm from Bozeman, and it's like expensive in Bozeman. Like really expensive. Everything there costs a lot, rent is really expensive, but you can get a colonic for your dog, so that's a really cool thing. But no, I love it here. I mean, the only thing I don't love about Missoula is that like your roads are 50% one-ways and 50% bikes. So it makes no sense. If you couldn't tell by my appearance, I'm single. So, but only recently single. I actually broke up a 2-year engagement. Oh, not my own. Oh my God, no. Oh, don't worry about that. No, they just don't want me around anymore. So no, but I am single, and I love being single. I think it's really fun. I think I save a ton of money, and I can have sex with whoever I want, which I do take as a personal challenge. So I really like being single. I don't have to worry about it. In fact, my friends like to make a game out of my sexual escapades. We call it Risk. So a couple days ago, my friend leaned over to me and she goes, hey, I have a challenge for you. And I was like, that's fun, because you called it a challenge. And she goes, I want you to get a guy to try to eat out your armpit while having sex. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't know what was more shocking, the fact that she asked me during Finding Dory, or that she thought that I hadn't already done that. It's like she doesn't know me at all. But no, I do like being single. I do like sex. It's one of those things where you have to find somebody to do it first, and that's harder than it looks, right? So who here has ever broken up with somebody? Woo! Okay, you're all lying. So it's hard, right? It's not fun. I hate breaking up with people. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you a story about the time that I broke up with somebody on Valentine's Day.
Hey.
Whew, I know. You hate me already. So I was dating this guy, and you know, it had become this point where his touch no longer felt loving. It kind of felt like a weird teacher when they put like the hand on the small of your back and tell you to like come to the closet with them. It just wasn't very sexy anymore. It wasn't sexy, and that's not good for a relationship. So it was Valentine's Day, and I feel really bad because you know he had made this nice dinner, we had gone out, it was very romantic, but it had reached the real pinnacle of I couldn't handle this anymore. So I broke up with him that night. I know you guys are thinking like you couldn't wait one more day. I mean, but the next day was his birthday, and it wasn't like I was gonna buy another gift. That story is true. But honestly, I'm more used to being broken up with. I think that's my forte, that's my sweet spot, I know it, I just feel like that's my comfort zone. I'm really good with being broken up with. But I didn't deserve to be broken up with at a farmer's market. Because I had been dating this guy for 2 months, so you know it was love. And he had like disappeared for a whole week and then texted me and was like, meet me at the farmer's market and with all my friends. So I was like, oh my God. So I hopped my happy ass over there. And he pulls me aside and he goes, hey, Cody, this has been really fun, but I think we should see other people. Don't text me again. And I felt so mortified. I was so embarrassed because he did this in front of his friends, in front of straight people, in front of the artisanal honey lady, which made me really self-conscious. And to this day, I have like PTSD, like flashbacks at a produce stand. It just doesn't work. So I was really devastated, really heartbroken, and I was just so sad. I was like, what do I do? You know, like, so I finally decided to go talk to my sluttiest friend because she's never been heartbroken. And she was just like, I was like, I'm just depressed. Like, this has been so hard on me. I hate this. I hate feeling this way. And she leans at me and she goes, do you know what the most amazing thing for a heartbreak is? I was like, no, tell me, please. Well, whisper your slutty secrets to me. And she goes, the most best thing you can do for a heartbreak is to have the world's best orgasm. I was like, okay, was that the best thing though? Because you ever tried a Toll House cookie with some ice cream on top? Because that works pretty well. But no, I did go and just like fuck the hell out of everybody that I could. It did eventually work, but I also got gonorrhea from it too, so take that as you will. That is a true story. But gonorrhea is treatable, so I am free after this. No. That was a weird little, that was like less sexy than I hoped it would be. Like I sound like the gonorrhea monster. Thank you. Find me on Tinder. Under Twink. No, actually I'm what's described in the gay community as gross. So that's my tribe. But I think you guys, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about social media. I think in today's age, we really get engrossed in this social media loop. You know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Grindr, Snapchat. So, you know, it's one of those things we keep getting locked into this. We stop, like, focusing on each other, and we stop being nice to each other, and we just, like, you know, are so enveloped in our phones. So, one day I kind of got in this loop, and I decided, I was like, I just need to, like, set my phone down. I need to go, like, just enjoy something. So I set my phone down, and I went for a walk. And I went outside, and I just saw, like, the most beautiful day. You know, it was sunny. There was, you know, it was fall, so there was all these beautiful leaves changing, and I just got to this part in this like path where I was over a bridge, and it was the most calming thing, and I just felt, this is the most tranquil thing I've ever experienced, and I'm so glad that I set my phone down to enjoy this. And I thought that was a great Twitter, so I had to go back and I had to share it, and I think that was the most prophetic thing I've ever done. But no, like I think that that's important, that we all take a moment to just really enjoy each other, really take a moment to... Oh, please, by all means. I don't have a phone with me, but who here's on Snapchat? It's a great way to send nudes. Oh, but also, who here's watching the Olympics? I love diving for obvious reasons. Just to enjoy the beautiful athleticism. And also I like it when the bar gets right on them so it looks like they're naked. I love that part. So, we're doing Snapchat now. Well, hello, Fringe Festival 2016. I really enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much. You have all been so lovely, so endearing. I hope you all have a great night. And again, like I said, I'm Cody Howell. Find me on Grindr. Bye.
Events.net.
Yes.
Because Cody runs a nonprofit, he's part of a nonprofit organization. I just want him to talk a little bit more about that because I think it's really important that these organizations exist. Please have a couple of moments to share that. UD.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So hi. So I am the Education and Outreach Coordinator for Aspen, the Abuse Support and Prevention Education Network in Livingston, Montana. We help survivors and victims of domestic and sexual abuse. A great little nonprofit. I get to do violence prevention education all throughout parts of rural Montana. And I got to meet amazing people. We were putting on a comedy show in Livingston. And that's how we met, and it was amazing. And just the connection of that was really great, and I'm glad we got to do that.
Thank you, thank you for being here. It's totally synergy, you know, it's total synergy that you're here. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And you're not performing anymore in the Fringe Festival performance last night. How was it for you?
I was on a bus, so I feel amazing, blessed, and honestly, I felt like Miss Frizzle, so I had a blast.
Next year, ladies and gentlemen, you missed it this year. If you had, you'll see it again next year.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Or catch us in Bozeman for the Big Sky Fringe Festival.
Yes. All right.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Anything else?
Go out and enjoy the rest of Fringe. Please support this. Super great.
Awesome. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, pale people. So, Dvorak, and you're going to give us something other.
What's that? I was gonna introduce the next. I was, but the moment was lost. Next time we need our microphones. We need 2 microphones. 4. Okay, so next up we've got Sean Kirkpatrick. He has a show at the Fringe called No Refunds. You can find him here Friday and Saturday at 8:30, right here on this stage. Everyone welcome Sean. No Refunds.
Hello. Oh God. Hi. I do have some media.
He's up there. You just cued him.
Oh yeah, no, we already went over it.
People will watch what you're doing.
It'll be something. Hi. My name is Sean Kirkpatrick, and I'm addicted to noodling. That's catching catfish with your bare hands. I'm just kidding. I'm addicted to alcohol like everybody else. I'm not a stand-up at all, and it's very weird because I was kind of misinformed about what this night was. I thought this was shameless self-promotion for our shows, so I brought several clips. But I didn't realize I had to stand up and tell jokes.
You don't have to do anything.
Anyways, thank you, Michelle. But I would like to start by saying that I do apologize that you do have to see 2 average-looking gays in a row, because that reminds me so much of my 18th birthday, and it is very unfortunate, and I'm so sorry because I've been there and it's not fun. Anyways, let's just go to the part where I circle jerk myself on stage, and that's where I talk about my show, which is called No Refunds. It's a sketch show. Sketch. It's like stand-up, except there's lots of people, and it takes a year and a half to write, and you're very terrified every single moment. Basically, this show is a sketch show set after the apocalypse. I've got some great people. One of them, her name is Danny Sather. She is a grad student at the theater program, so you know, she's definitely being well trained at the University of Montana because they're fantastic, and they've got an amazing theater program, let me tell you. They don't, that's the joke. I appreciated that. But you know, why talk about her when I could show you her audition tape? Let's cue that up for me, please, and thank you. Beautiful. I'm gonna crouch down.
Hi, I'm auditioning for female performer. I'm 5'9", 110 pounds. Should I just go?
Mm-hmm.
This motherhood thing sucks. I hated it right from the start. Complete strangers came up and like patted my belly as if I would bring them luck, and then
Yeah, I guess you'll work. Okay, thank you.
Neat. No, she's good. That's really weird out of context of the show, but I think it worked. Also in the show, we have a core three, myself, Danny, and then a fella named Adrian Adams, who none of you would know because he doesn't do theater, because he likes to sit at home because he's a crotchety old man. I only can say this because I live with him, so it's fine. We have his audition tape as well, I believe. Can we watch that, please? No? That's fine. I'll just stand up here awkwardly. Oh, there we go.
Oh wait, were you ready?
Go.
Sorry. Hi. I'm gonna audition for the male ensemble. Actually, didn't come prepared. I am a real go-getter. I'm a really good singer. So I will sing for you now a piece from my favorite show. He rakes and trims the grass. He loves to mow weeds.
Next.
No, I can. He likes. No, look, man, I'll suck your dick. I need this show, all right? I need this. I will lick the trunk and swallow the gravy. Whatever you want. Just, I need this.
Yeah, right
there.
here. No, right now.
Right.
Yeah, right
there.
Yeah, nope, right here.
Okay, I do have a question though. Why do we call them blow jobs? Because if you enjoy them, shouldn't they be blow funds? Thank you. Oh, boy, I hate this more than anything in the entire world. Thank you. I'm glad one person thought it was funny, and that's all I need to get off tonight. So, as I mentioned before, the show takes place after the nuclear apocalypse. Now, let me tell you, that's fun. Nuclear bombs? Boy. So we made, exposition is tricky when you write a play. I've been working on this play for a year and a half, and the hardest part is explaining what the fuck is going on. So, I made a documentary about basically what happened before the events of the play.
Nuclear war! Not since the mid-1900s has America been faced with such a threat. When the bombs first fell, the nation was thrown into chaos. 2 days later, the draft was was initiated. For the first time in American history, all citizens in suitable condition were to report to the nearest recruiting station to do their duty for Uncle Sam. Many defected, oh yes, but they were met with brutal firing squads at the Canadian border. For nearly 17 months, the war waged on. Until they once again retaliated with nuclear attacks across the United States of America. And now, here we are, nearly 2 years after the initial bombings, tucked away in a Monsanto brand nuclear bunker, where it's time to play.
The repopulation dating game!
And then that goes into a sketch where everybody fucks on stage. So, I'm not even kidding. That's literally what happens. No, please don't laugh. It's serious stuff. You fuck on stage. Have you ever fucked on stage?
Once.
Really? Oh, really? We should talk after the show. Anyways, shameless self-promotion. Thank you for getting my dick hard. Come see No Refunds tomorrow and Saturday, 8:30 in this theater. Crystal, oh, you know, we call it a bunker during our show. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna die when I'm in here. In a good way. That's so weird out of context. Thank you for letting me show you those weird things. I'm too drunk for this. Good night. Where do I put this? I'm gonna put it on the ground.
Drop the microphone. That's a sin. It's not really a sin. I know my hair looks gay. I also noticed the two male gay comedians and I have the same haircut. I wish I was a lesbian. I really would. I have some experience with women. My dad busted me with my first girlfriend. Caught me wet-handed. Yeah, I'm so proud of that. But I find that men are a lot easier, so I do tend to sway. And one of the problems with being bisexual is nobody takes me seriously ever. I'm kind of handed around like a party favor when my female friends have a drink. I'm just like, oh, I think I'll try to kiss you. It's like, no, I'm not. Doesn't mean I'm a slut. Still buy me a drink. I really like having the music behind me. So my favorite gay moment was telling my mom about the girlfriend I had when I was younger. And my mom literally said, "What's your problem?" I was like, "What do you mean, what's my problem? Like, I have a girlfriend." And she was like, no, I get that. I've had sex with a woman too. I did not run to tell my mother about it. Why would you tell me? Do you want to talk about sex with your mom? Is that a conversation you really want to have with me? Huh? Do you? Do you know how I met your father? Do you know what he was doing? No? Okay. We're German. It's terrifying. Lovely, eh? So on that note, and also as one of the few queer comedians in Vancouver, I'm so glad to see some good representation in America. That's so great. Yeah, come on up, Michelle. She has things to say.
Germans, first of all, I'm German. Klinger, with a K, is my maiden name. We're very clean. I know, right? So, but I came from Illinois. I'm from Illinois. When people ask me, where are you from? When I'm in Montana, I say, I'm from Illinois. My high school mascot was a pretzel. A pretzel.
It's amazing.
You like that?
Yeah, we had a cougar.
A pretzel is way more salty and twisted.
Not just the English teacher.
Am I supposed to get that?
Because cougars are like sweet old ladies that are after younger.
Explain that again.
Male gaze, and that's a cougar otter.
Okay, so the cougars are old women that are after older men or women.
Otter is a younger gay male.
Yeah. What's the idea that you're like ready to plants? Okay.
I'm just a clean German who's twisted. Salty. Thank you. Yeah, that's why we get along. Yeah, because we're both German.
We totally get along so well.
So this is a segue into introducing
another great duet.
Oh yeah.
Another great duet. I want to admit, initially, I felt a bit of sorrow and disappointment. Because when I hear Gingers on Ice, I imagine figure skaters. Or at least people wearing figure skating outfits. And they're just dressed like normal white guys, which is totally okay. But I think that they should get fitted for some sequins for their future posters. Thank you. Okay, welcoming Gingers on Ice.
Jacob, Bobby, Alex, Tate. Thanks for being here.
All right, thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you, Canadian Lena Dunham. We appreciate it.
Yes, Canadian Lena Dunham.
Yeah, we
really,
love Lena Dunham.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pale People.
You guys are doing great.
Yep.
Get ready for a lot of straight jokes.
Yes, yeah.
We didn't think we would have to say that, but we're excited.
Yeah, we're going to provide you with some context. And now you're going to listen to some paler people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's us.
In case any of you haven't noticed, me and Jacob are indeed redheads.
Yeah, it's shocker.
And everyone in this building treats redheads differently. And if you don't think you do, I'm about to prove you wrong. So say, Jacob, say you were getting on a bus.
Yep.
All right, you're getting a bus going downtown.
Yes, for
And
sure.
that bus was entirely filled with black people. What would you do?
I would get on and just ride to my destination.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you say if you got on that bus and it was entirely filled with Asian people? What would you do?
I would get on, get my picture taken.
Yeah.
And then I would get off that bus because it's a tour bus.
Yes, see, you're on the wrong bus. That's the incorrect bus. But if anybody got on a bus here and it was entirely filled with creepy ginger kids,
Get off that bus!
get off that bus, something is terribly wrong!
And take the bus driver with you because he's in
He
danger.
needs to be saved!
That's not the only way we're discriminated against is our hair. We're also unfairly profiled because of our skin color.
Yes, it's near translucent.
Yeah.
Jacob, the other day I was outside and I got a burn, but I was just standing in the shade the entire time.
Yeah, that happens to me too. We're in talks with NASA right now. We're trying to get some sunscreen made, SPF 5000. They're going to throw it on their astronauts before they shoot them to the sun.
Yeah, I just need it to go to the grocery store.
Right. Alex, my friends like to take me downtown, and they like to take my shirt off and shine a couple flashlights at me and just start spinning me around like a human disco ball.
Oh yeah, no. Same thing happens to me. It's not fun. It's not fun. We want to party too. I also don't want to take my shirt off in front of anybody.
Well, yeah, no one wants to see that.
In all honesty, Jacob, here's what happened to me the other night. I was driving late at night with my buddy, and his headlights went out, as happens sometimes. And he's like, "Why don't you just get on the hood of the car and just show these bad boys off?" And you know what? It worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
All right.
It worked too well. People coming the other way were like, "Hey, turn off your high beams." Nope. Please.
All right.
Not a beams.
Alex, I've been saving this one for a good crowd. Something kind of cool happened to me recently.
Okay.
I was getting hot and heavy with a lady.
Oh, no, this is a big deal, everybody. This is a big deal.
Yeah, listen, it doesn't happen for me very often. My sex tape was the pilot episode of Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, it is disturbing. Now me and Jacob can both get off tonight as well.
Yeah. I just wanted to make Mac laugh. They also marketed it as the Human Centipede 4, but that did not test well with audiences.
It didn't go over well.
So,
Well, what happened?
we were in the bedroom,
Okay.
and she wanted to be sexy, and she started taking my shirt off, like one button at a time,
Yeah.
and she ripped it open, and bam! It was a solar eclipse!
Oh, no, not again.
I temporarily blinded her.
What happened? No, she okay?
Yeah, she's good. I asked her to go down on me, but she had to use sonar like a bat.
Oh.
I went a little like this.
She got it in the end.
Oh yeah, she found it. We're good. And she's okay, Alex. She just has to wear sunglasses when we have sex now.
Oh, I mean, that's fair enough. I was having sex with my girlfriend the other night, and she said, "Sweetie, can we have sex with the lights off this time?" And I didn't have the heart to tell her that the lights are off every time. It's just my body illuminating the darkness.
After tonight, I feel like aggressively straight up here telling this.
So straight.
I was having sex with my girlfriend.
I was fucking a girl.
But it's okay because earlier this week I got my first unsolicited Facebook message from a gay man.
No, I think we've always been teetering on the edge of that our entire lives.
I woke up in the morning and he just said, "You're so cute, man. Why can't you be gay?" Winky face.
Winky face.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm flattered. Thank you."
Right? I think it's honestly nice when gay guys hit on
Because
straight people.
girls really aren't interested in me, so I'll take the compliments where I can get them.
Yeah. If there's some group of people that thinks this body is attractive, I'm fine with that. I'm down with those people.
As Cody put it, we're both also skinny fat.
Yeah.
And I think that's most comedians. You're either skinny fat or you're just fat.
Or you're just fat. But we realize that redheads get discriminated against because there's no really like redhead male celebrities like holding up the torch, you know? There's a ton of hot redheaded females. Like, who do we got? There's Isla Fisher.
Yeah, Christina Hendricks from Mad Men.
Yeah, she's smoking, but there's no redheaded males.
Annie from Annie.
No, that's a child. That's a child.
No, I'm sorry, not Annie now, and not Annie then, Annie now.
That doesn't make any, I don't know how old Annie is. Is she like 90? She might be dead. That might be weirder. Does anybody know the whereabouts of Annie?
Someone Googled that once, actually, after we told that joke.
We did. She's dead.
She's dead. the old Annie, not the new Annie.
No.
Conan O'Brien?
Oh, Shirley Temple, that's a
Conan
good
O'Brien.
answer.
I mean, you honestly, so, would someone say Conan
Someone
O'Brien?
said Conan O'Brien, yeah. We have material for that.
Yeah, incoming joke. Conan O'Brien looks like a small person driving a big person.
I think the way that he was born was that the Jolly Green Giant fell into a vat of bleach.
Yeah, no, it's and I mean, there's not very many other redheaded celebrities like Ed Sheeran.
Not my favorite.
I can do without that little annoying accent of his.
I saw a picture of Ron Weasley and Ed Sheeran together, and I thought, I just need to burn this before anyone else has to lay eyes upon this unholy feast.
Absolutely. All we're saying is it would be really nice if, like, Chris Pratt decided to just dye his hair red for a couple weeks, right? Just so, you know, people could take pictures of him and he would have red hair.
Yeah, and then maybe Gosling could like come in and they could pass the Olympic ginger torch.
Yeah.
And we get a couple pictures of Gosling with his red hair. And that way Alex and I don't have to be the go-to male ginger celebrities.
Yeah, we don't have to hold up that flag.
Yeah, it's a lot of work and it is leaning over. That flag.
Yeah, the flag is not standing proud.
Tim
Minchin? No, he looks like a used sex doll. I'm sorry.
You look like yours.
What else do we want to talk about?
I don't know. We realized that we might not have been painted in the best light when we did our little set right now, but we would like you all to know that me and Jacob consider ourselves feminists.
Yeah, I like to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Most of the time people get mad at us.
Yeah, they're like, you're not feminist.
No, you're not.
Like, wait a second until I say my next thing that proves that I'm a feminist. I like to go to department stores.
This proves it.
And when I see overpriced boxes of tampons, I just punch them.
I like to follow Jacob to the department stores and just gather up all the bras and just set them on fire.
Oh, but not my bra, right? Like, I need that support. Turn it up a little bit, please. Girls have a bra to hold up their boobs. Why isn't there one for dudes? Yo, they call me Little little dinky, cause I've got a little dinky. Also call me Stinky Winky, cause my little dinky's stinky. And now that you know who the hell I am, it's time for me to tell you about my boy bra plan. See, my generation of guys, we don't like to exercise. No, we never go outside, just keep eating all the fries. But now I'm starting to grow where I really shouldn't show. Yeah, my left, right, upper chests have now become breasts. I want a boy bra, I need a boy bra. Something comfy whilst I'm running so's I don't scrub some raw. You see me suntanning, man, you might just guffaw. Only gonna say it once, I need a boy bra.
I need something to hold them in place, so when I'm jump roping, they don't slap me in the face. My shorty changed the topic when the subject occurs, but I think she just don't like them cause they're bigger than hers. She be all complaining that her boobs are sore. Well, I can sympathize, girl, my moobs are sore. It's seeming real recently, my homies like to just cajole. Well, get on your knees, subjects, and bow down to King Chester.
I want a boy bra, I need a boy bra, cause my body contour has got 2 big flaws. You see my moves out, weirdest damn thing you ever saw. Only gonna say it twice, I need a boy bra. Victoria's Secret and ask them to make a boy bra, but they need like to see such a use for a low profit item. Guess I'll make one on my own time just as fine as my fatty jiggling. My tits ain't wiggling. I need a boy bra to hold in all the squiggling. When I start working, my movies start looking. Both of my moves out the road darkness. I'll be munching on Doritos, neglecting my pecs, but it gives a girl something to grab during sex. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Which bra size will fit me? Should I go with the underwear, go with the pulling, go with the padding, go with the bralette? Why can't somebody help me with this problem and tell me how to solve it? Should I get the clasp in the front and back? Should I make it pink? Should I make it black? Should I start wearing women's clothing? Shit, I already do that. Everyone does poking now when it starts to get a little bit colder. My tits be sagging, my nipples be dragging. I need an over shoulder boy holder. I want a boy bra. I need a boy bra. Straight up, no frills, man. Bra for my bras. Something between the ice and my nipples before they thaw. Since there's no boy one, I'll get a girl bra. Got a girl bra, wearing a girl bra. My dad's not proud, but that ain't against the law. Nah, you make a boy bra, I just say hell nah. Just kidding, I'm embarrassed. I need a boy bra. Cool.
Thank you all so much.
Yes. That is our set for the evening. If you would like to see more, we have a full show tomorrow night here at 10 p.m. opened by Evan Smith, and then we have a show Saturday night at 11 p.m. You can also find Gingers on Ice on Facebook. You can find either of us on Twitter. And yeah, talk to us on the interwebs. We reply. Woo!
Yeah, we don't have much else to do.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Two microphones. See, she has no microphone. You can't hear her. No, don't give it to her. Please don't give it to her. Just gonna keep playing. We can share this. We're good. We can share it. Come get it, Michelle.
Hello. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we had 2 more acts who are too tired to be here because they have exhausted themselves for the evening. But tomorrow night, yeah, right?
Yeah, kind of a boo.
You know, Figment, there are some brochures outside the door right here. You can see them. They're a comedy duo from Oakland, California, and they perform tonight at Den Ribbon Ranch. There's a big storm there as well. And who here was at Den Ribbon Ranch? I know Jen was there. Is my husband, Effie, still in the room? Effie? No. Jen, how was it? Was it great? It was fabulous. I'm so glad.
Wait, and you guys stayed intact because that was really intense. Yeah, it's craziness.
Did you guys all experience that hailstorm? Who experienced the hailstorm? Raise your hand. All right.
We survived.
We survived the hailstorm.
Thank you. So, as far as the cabaret of comedy goes,
I think we concluded.
we've concluded.
This is it.
This is it. But it is also